How's it going, guys? I have some Heroes in General gameplay here for you to watch. I want to just kind of go over in this video where I've been for over a month, why I haven't posted anything, and that's going to be a really simple answer for most of you to probably understand about why I haven't been uploading videos. And that's because about a month and a half ago, almost working on close to 2 months now, I had brought my computer over to my tech guy, who helps me like put my computer together, help me install my Windows programs and whatnot. And then we accidentally fried my motherboard and my computer. None of my files or anything were corrupt when that happened, but no picture would come up on the screen when the computer were to boot up. And I tried a few different things that we thought it was. We tried replacing the motherboard with a different one, so I had to send out my old motherboard that we fried the first time, get a new one sent back, and then that one fried. And as that one fried, we were sitting there like, okay, what could it possibly be now? Because we've replaced the motherboard, it's still happening, it's not the CPU, my processor or whatever, because that's running. My RAM sticks, it couldn't really be anything to do with that because that connects right to the motherboard. Only thing we could have thought of at the last point that my tech guy said was probably the power supply after he tested plugging my computer into his motherboard from my power supply, and then that fried his motherboard. So, with 3 motherboards in like a 3-week period fried, that night I ordered a new motherboard and new power supply. As well as before this happened, I had purchased a brand new GTX 970 gigabyte graphics card, which I had bought to install into my computer on my old motherboard, which was a 970 gigabyte, and now I'm up to the 990, and I've also upgraded yet again my power supply. So instead of it being a 970 motherboard, I now have the 990 gigabyte GTX, as what I believe is what it's called, and I also have my 970 GTX gigabyte graphics card now in there with a 1000-watt power supply running it. And since all this has happened, I have had no computer for about a month and a half. And when I finally got all the new components back in is when I was finally able to actually see it run and start up yet again. And before I actually ordered my last hope in replacing the motherboard for one more time with the 990 rather, yeah, I got a nice kill there. Sorry, I just almost lost my train of thought. I almost gave up on fixing my computer completely because it seemed like my luck with trying to just get it to work, and no matter what I did, just had a problem all the time, encountering something, whether it was the motherboard frying, it was the processor, it was the programs not running. And I've had to, since then, when I brought all my components over to my tech guy and he installed everything yet again, I now have a solid state hard drive for my boot up hard drive, and all my old information and everything, all my old games and all that from Steam and RuneScape were on my old my old hard drive, which is now just a backup spare hard drive. So in my computer myself, I have a 2 terabyte hard drive as well as a 1 terabyte hard drive. The old big blocky ones, I guess, the big rectangular ones, and I have my solid state hard drive, which is a 250 gigabyte as a boot up drive. And now it's running super smooth on all my games. Before I wasn't able to run this game as smooth as it is and on higher details that it is. without it having a little bit of lag and having to turn down the graphics because my old graphics card just wasn't able to process or handle this kind of game for some reason. So, but since I've installed all my newest, best upgrades into my computer, I now have a beastly computer that can pretty much run almost anything. Besides the fact that I have some plans with it I still want to do, but it's plans I don't want to do right at the moment because I just don't want to touch anything on my computer since I've just recently got it back, only about a week and a half ago. So this is why I haven't been actually uploading anything. I just haven't had a computer for the past month and a half because it's been down. And all that time I've been trying to just get it to boot up and run again. And with that, just counting all these issues because of stupid little things with computers. Anything can happen at any point. Anyone can touch one thing wrong at once and just fry a whole computer by not knowing what you're doing. And seeing how I spent a lot of money on building this computer, that's why I always felt like instead of having a professional do it, I consider my tech guy to be a professional. So, but I mean, instead of paying to have it paid for it, he offered to help me build it. And I kind of took the offer and generous, and I appreciated everything that he was able to do for me. I helped him out with a few things at the same time, and we got a running finally, which is good. And I just feel bad now because he doesn't have a computer because I accidentally fried his motherboard with my old power supply. So if you ever go to Best Buy and you buy yourself a Crosshair power supply, make sure you double check it, and because that's what my problem was for some reason. A brand new power supply was frying out my motherboard. Just to be aware of if this ever happens to anyone else ever again. But besides the point, a few things else I like to talk about in this video is the gameplay. Recently I've been playing a lot more games that are, you could say, graphically intense in, such as Arma 3, this game, Heroes and Generals. I have been playing, what are the other ones? Counter-Strike still I play. I have some videos I'm going to refreshly upload in that sometime soon. I have RuneScape videos I've been working on making. That's not something I'm forgetting on doing ever. I will be making those RuneScape videos in due time. I just haven't had all the footage yet to made up with the RuneScape because of how long lately it's been taking. And since the time that I've been gone, I guess they've come out with a new skill in RuneScape that I've yet to learn more about. So, but a lot of that stuff, I guess, will be brought up again in later future videos. So on the topic of that video for RuneScape or whatever. But Heroes and Generals is an excellent game I find to play if you like World War II, like first-person shooters. Especially if you have a computer that's capable of running it smoothly on a high graphics, because there's only a low, a medium, and a high resolution setting, and then you have your resolution that you can actually change for your screen. But for quality wise, it's the controls for setting up the graphics and everything are very simple. Now, since I've been playing this game for a while now, I've probably put more than 24 hours into it. It's actually a game I really do enjoy, but I seemingly takes really long for me to level up because of the current state I'm in. Because at the beginning of it, I find that you have to play a lot more of these stage battles instead of the full-on fights where people actually have like the full tanks, airplanes, airdrops, snipers, all that, machine guns, which takes a very long time to achieve unless you pay for. And for me, living in the US and not like the UK, the prices vary and different from where people's locations are. So for me to buy such as a recon class and not a rifleman assault class like the standard soldier I have right here with the M1 Grand, would cost me either 440,000 points in the game, or I'd have to spend like $20 and get about 5,200 gold coins. which I could then use and pay for early, like sooner, for the recon sniper class. But then I don't really feel like paying all that much for, you know, a game that's something I can work in and like achieve in getting something like that. So I plan to like play this game more and probably do something with this game to have like a commentary over it while the game footage is playing in the background. I accidentally killed a teammate there by accident with the grenade because I was trying to get this guy outside with a grenade. At the end of this video, is actually I get some pretty decent kills. But yeah, I mean, if you guys like the idea of me actually just having game footage in the back and me talking over and commentating about certain topics and subjects, and you would like to suggest things, you can always place in the comments about stuff like that. But Heroes in general, like I said, is a very good game. I highly recommend people that are interested in World War II games. If you want something new to play, get this game. It's free to play. You don't have to pay anything for it. It is a beta currently. It's a little clunky when trying to join a lobby because it can take more than 3 or 4 minutes at a time sometimes, depending on the server or whatever you're trying to join. And a lot of funny things can actually happen in this game. I actually laugh about. And yeah. So since I'm coming to the end of the video, about a minute left, I'll take this time to kind of wrap it up. And hopefully this will have cleared a lot of confusion about where I've been for the past month and a half, because I always say when my videos, like lately when I upload something, oh, I'm going to be making more and more videos, yeah, whatever. When? Soon, I promise. Even Battlefield 4, I've recently got that game, and I've been playing a lot more of that. Oh, this is funny, this guy doesn't have any clue. I just take my gun, reload it quick, and shoot him right in the back of the head. Well, anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed, and since this is the end of the video, I will see you all later, and be tuned to see some more future videos coming soon.